What's up everyone, it's Aliso here. Time for the second round recap of Waco MPO 2023. And as always, disclaimer, there's going to be spoilers, so do what you want with that information. I hope the rest of the season plays out the same as Waco has so far, especially in the MPO side, where you have like 10 plus people within few strokes, so anything can happen. But without further ado, let's see what happened on the second round. Let's go see its scores and who did well and who didn't do well. I'm gonna start off by saying that I wish that Nate Sexton wins Waco 2023. It would do wonders for disc golf, especially us elderly. Well, I'm 33, but us elderly, that Papa Sexton would take the win in front of all of the youngsters. That would be so fun. And I have to say that Nate Sexton played an incredible round. He's played awesomely throughout the 2 rounds of Waco. And it's not a surprise, like, as I stated, he's one of the best forehand sidearm players, so Nate Sexton do really well in Waco isn't that big of a surprise. And Nate Sexton is just, he's one of those who are tied for 4th. There are 5 players who are tied for 4th. Paul Mcbeth creeping in again, just 2 strokes behind the lead. Nate Sexton, of course, creeping in, 2 strokes behind the lead. Kyle Klein, Cole Red Allen, Matthew Orum, who had the hot round. Unfortunately, there is no footage of Matt Orum, but we have the interview of Matt Orum, so you will see that later on. And Matt Orum is also going to be the one who's going to join the previous lead card, because Nikko Locastro played a relatively okay / not so good round. So Matthew Orum will take Nikko Locastro's spot on the lead card. And the lead card is going to still have Calvin Heimburg, James Proctor, and Adam Hamnes. But what else happened during the round? James Conrad, for example, played an awesome round. Throw a beautiful eagle on 13. And I have to say, I just enjoy watching Disc Golf Jesus play. James Conrad, after all, is one of my favorite players to watch because he has a unique style of throwing. He doesn't use sidearm. I don't either. I have long hair. We have a lot of similarities. We like certain discs. We have a similar disc preference. There's a lot of similarities with me and James Conrad. And I see myself a lot in James Conrad, so I enjoy watching James Conrad play. The funny thing was I was watching the live coverage, and all of a sudden I noticed that what is happening there. This relatively unknown player from Prodigy all of a sudden threw 8 under 8, and I was like, maybe they should offer him a better deal, just like Gannon Buhr. But yeah, the person I'm talking about is of course Kevin Jones, who had one of the best starts to the round 2, which is -8 through -8. Unluckily, Kevin Jones ran out of gas towards the end, but he's still in striking distance, like 3 strokes behind Adam Hamnes, so in no means is Kevin Jones out of the competition. Calvin Heimburg. The consistency of Calvin Heimburg is mind-boggling. It looks like he's suffering, not playing that good, and he's still tied for 2nd. He's so calm, his play is effortless. It looks like he's not even trying, and he's still on the top. I would want to be the same as Calvin, like just go there, throw some disc, and all of a sudden you're in the lead. Like, god damn. Tied for 2nd with James Proctor. James Proctor bogey free, the only one on the lead card who threw bogey free and shot -9. Played a really good round, and that's the reason why he's also tied for 2nd with Calvin. He was just so consistent like that. That's basically, if you want to analyze James Proctor's round, it was just consistency, nothing else. Like, didn't do mistakes, played to his strengths. And that's about it. Adam Hamnes is proving my point right. Prefers throwing sidearm. He uses sidearm more than anyone else. Well, except maybe Nate Sexton. But that's the reason why he's still leading and going towards the last round. Adam Hamnes is going to be tough to beat. I don't know what's going to happen because there's so many players, so many good players within just a few strokes. Paul Mcbeth could still win. I hope that Nate Sexton wins. James Conrad is still in the competition. Even Gannon Buhr is in the competition. A lot of people are still in the competition. So anything can happen. And as I said, the final round is going to be exciting to watch because everybody is so close together. It's hard to predict who's going to take this. If I was a betting man, Calvin Heimburg is probably the horse I would bet on. And also you can't dismiss Paul Mcbeth. But Calvin Heimburg, just for his consistency, his calmness and everything. But I'm still rooting for Nate Sexton. Leave a comment down below who you think is gonna win. Like the video and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. Here's the interviews of Matt Orum and Adam Hamnes. See you guys on the next one.
Well, Matty, 10 down, double-digit round out in Waco. How'd you feel about it overall?
Felt really good about it. I started off kind of rough and threw a driver I've never thrown before, an OB on hole 2, and got a string of birdies. Then all of a sudden I was like, man, I got it going, and had a birdie putt on the second par 4 that's like super hard up the hill 12, I guess, and barely miss it. Then kicked OB on 13, but finished strong, so I was stoked about that.
All right, talk about the health overall. You just mentioned near 100%.
I think I'm close to near 100%. My left leg is finally being able to move all the way. I kind of had to drag feet a little bit, but yeah, I'm finally good. I had 3 lip nodes removed on the off season from my upper leg, so another one of those, but I should be good for the rest a little bit.
Coming into form, I mean, anything can happen any given day on tour, but especially at this place. What's the mentality heading into Championship Sunday?
Not just try to put myself in position so that when I come out to the fans, my Matley crew fans can help me out and push me along the way, and we'll see what goes from there.
Well, we'll see him tomorrow, Championship Sunday here in Waco. It's Matty O.
Boom.
Your solo leader going into the final round, Adam Hamnes, 20 under par total, 8 under par today. 4 strokes worse than yesterday, but the conditions did kind of ramp up. Talk about how the switching conditions affected your play.
Oh yeah, yesterday was dead calm, and today was a significant wind, gusts up to 20, 25 miles an hour for sure. These open holes out here, the wind's obviously exposed, so it made them a lot more difficult. In the woods it was a little, not as windy. Trees block it, but yeah, scoring obviously isn't as easy today.
It looked like you really scrapped your way through this course. I mean, only 1 bogey on hole 9, and other than that, played decent and managed the conditions well. Talk about the 1 blemish on 9. It looked like kind of a heartbreaking instance.
I'm actually going glow zone off that tee, just trying to advance my disc up the fairway. I'm not even playing for birdie. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I pulled my drive a little bit. It actually stayed in the fairway, and I just had this little pan zone shot, and I just caught a tree late and it kicked it right. So I was pinched. I couldn't get par from there. So I just pitched up, and got my bogey and moved on. So.
You tend to lean on the forehand quite a bit out here, a lot more than a lot of other players with decent sidearm. And actually, you bounced back from the bogey on 9 with a phenomenal approach on hole number 10. Can you talk about that success right there?
Yeah, I'm trying to throw as many sidearms as possible. A lot of holes are demanding the sidearm. I like throwing the sidearms. I'm confident throwing the sidearm. So even when there's a backhand shot, I might lean on the sidearm just to keep it consistent. And hole 10 was pretty crazy. I left my drive kind of low and left, and I was in the rough left, and I had to throw this crazy layout Undertaker hyzer flip shot that got through everything and got to circle's edge and made the putt. So it was one of the better birdies of the weekend for sure so far.
Well, you're obviously comfortable in the woods being from Wisconsin, and you have 2 players 1 stroke behind you, James Proctor, Calvin Heimburg, and a slew of players within 2 or 3 strokes of you. Any changes to the game plan, either more aggressive or less aggressive going into tomorrow?
I think situationally, just take each hole as it is. If one of them screws up, I'll just, maybe lay up or something. Just kind of play chess with them, and, if I have to attack, I will. So.
Are you going to be, with that said, obviously you can watch what the players in your card are doing. Are you going to be following UDisc, you think, watching the other cards?
I'll have an idea of what we're at in my head. I can keep track pretty well in my head, but I probably won't look at my phone too much till the end. If it gets close, I need to do something or attack.
Well, it was a fantastic finish for you, and good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.